Hello, Grim Nations. Grim Reaper, Absol Dark 61 here, and welcome back, welcome back to another Halloween story. yeah, so I fixed it up a little bit with the intro. Instead of we're back at it again, it's how it's now evolved into welcome back. And so yeah, we are back with another scary, with a Halloween story. And the last time when I checked my previous Halloween story video, the Blackest Night, I was up when I uploaded a day ago. Well, I don't know a few days ago. I'm surprised that not much, but I'm surprised that it went up to like about 8 views. Jeez, yeah, I'm surprised that yeah, even though that's like not enough views for someone to be happy with, but I'm just surprised to have like at least about like rounded up to 10 views. But yeah, so we have but 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 with all that aside, let's get on with the main part. So today we have this new Halloween story, and which introducing woman with cat's eyes, and seriously, basically it says a scary story for kids about Mexican witches. It is based on an old folk tale from New Mexico. I found it in a collection of folklore titled Tonda. In Spanish, witches are called are called brujas. Hmm. The woman with cat's eyes. Okay, so yeah, so let's. I'm just looking forward to see what this Halloween story has in store for us today. So, so just like I told you guys from the episode, from the last post, I'll try my best to upload as many Halloween stories as possible. Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can to upload these Halloween stories before the end of October. So yeah. So here we go. So this is Woman with Cat's Eyes. Enjoy. Let's get it, Grim Nations. There was a man named Panfilo who built a house in a remote Mexican village. There were two old women who lived near him, and sometimes he would go over to their house to play cards. Their names were Pilar and Fefe. They were tall, thin women with pale, narrow eyes and dark circles around their eyes, as if they never slept. Well, those are some weird couple of women. Those two old women were sisters and they were never apart. Wherever one of them went, the other would go too. They looked almost exactly alike, and the only way to tell them apart was by their eyes. Pilar's eyes were green and Fefe's eyes were brown. Uh, doesn't look like brown from the picture. Looks to be bloody red. The people in the village warned him they were brujas and told him to be careful or they would put brujeria, witchcraft, on him. But he just laughed and said he wasn't afraid. He didn't believe in witches. However, as time went by, Panfilo became curious. The, the old woman who never left their house after dark. He watched their house every evening, but as soon as night fell, he never saw them come out. Sometimes he would peer through the windows, but the house was always dark. The only thing he could see were the eyes of their cats glittering in the darkness. The cats would hiss at him, and scare him off. For fortnight Fortnite, 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 Fortnite. Skibbity bum dum bum dum dum. Yes, yes, yes. Skibbity this, skibbity that, skibbity. I'm sorry, but on a quick note, I've actually read this story before for the first time, like last year, back in 2023. Yeah, that was like in May 2023. Yeah, when I first read this story, and I hadn't realized that it was part of the Halloween story sections until now. One night, he decided to go to their house and find out what the old sisters got up to after dark. When he peered through the window, the cats weren't around. He knocked at the door, but there was no answer, he cautiously he cautiously opened the door and went inside. The, the house was empty and there was a fire burning in the hearth. He was looking around when he noticed something glistening in front of the fire. When he bent down to see what it was, he recoiled in horror. There were two pairs of human eyes lying there. They looked as if they had been taken out of their sockets and left there to keep warm. There was a big iron spoon standing beside the fireplace, and that was used to gather up the ashes. He grabbed the spoon and scooped up the eyes to take a closer look at them. The two pair eyes of it stared up at him. One pair was green and one pair was brown. It was almost as if they were glaring at him. They made him feel sick. Panfilo was very frightened and his hands started trembling. He thought he was shaking so much that the iron spoon tipped over and he accidentally dumped the eyes into the fire. They popped and sputtered as they hit the coils. The coals, and then they began to dance. The stands danced up and down, hissing, popping as they jumped. He tried. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I just okay. Well, now onward. He tried desperately to scoop them out of the fire, but it was too late. They were so charred and burned that they looked like four hard brown walnuts. Just then the two lean black cats came screeching into the house. They ran around on his legs, hissing at him and trying to scratch him. Panfilo was terrified. He made the sign of the cross and ran out of there as fast as his legs would carry him. He didn't stop running until he got back to the safety of his house. The next morning, he was still afraid. He was worried that the two old sisters would find out what he had done. He decided to go over to their house and talk to them as if everything was normal, hoping they wouldn't suspect him. When he knocked on the door, he heard the sister say, come in, Panfilo." He opened the door and went inside. The two old women were sitting in their chairs in the front of the fire, but they had their eyes turned away from him. We're busy. We're busy, Panfilo. They said, we can't play cards with you today. Panfilo saw the two lean black cats lying on the floor and looked up at him and hissed. He noticed that they didn't have any eyes. Then the two old women looked at him, and to his horror, he saw that they had the round eyes of the cats in the sockets where their own eyes should be. Panfilo backed away and left the house. he never saw the two old women. I mean, the two old sisters after that. They stayed in that house day and night and never came out. Even so, Panfilo made sure he kept his doors and windows locked and never went inside, never went outside after dark. Okay. Well, that should be a lesson to him. They should have they should have I mean he should I mean this Panfilo guy, this bitch should have listened to the people in his village. Should have listened to those people, not to be careful of those to those two sisters. Yeah. So, what is yeah, this Panfilo guy is such a cunt for not listening to those people. But alright guys, so that was Woman with Cat's Eyes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and another thing, thank you guys so thank you guys so much for 107 subscribers. I know I should have said this before, but I just popped out on. I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but it wasn't until whilst I was reading the story, it popped out in my head. Like I now remember about the this yeah about the subscribers I had. But yeah, I yeah I was so flabbergasted when I witnessed a 107 subscribers on Grim Reaper Absol Dark 61. This is just awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you Grim Nation so much from the bottom of my heart. This channel wouldn't exist without you. But overall, this was really a nice Halloween story. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next Halloween story. Peace.